Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. Welcome to the official second episode of the Play Now podcast. For this one, man, I decided that I'm going to start a My Career series for like the gameplay portion of this. But the topic of the video is going to be 5 NBA players that I think should get traded this NBA season, and really which teams I think they should go to. Now, there's plenty of guys that could be traded or whatnot, man. But yeah, so I just created this My Player right here. He is the receding Mamba. Got my face scan and everything, even the same hairline. It's really good. He's actually going to be a shooting guard, man. I want the shooting guard for this player just because, I don't know, man, sharpshooter, facilitator. He got compared to like Pistol Pete, so that's kind of cool. 6'6" shooting guard on the Detroit Pistons. But yeah, man, we are about to hop into our first game of the season against the Indiana Pacers, and we'll start talking about these 5 trades. Okay, so if it is like the first game of the season, I don't know how much playing time I will actually get. Probably will not be all that much, man, so I might have to do multiple games for this particular episode. But yeah, so the 5 players. The first player we are going to be talking about is a player that I think could get traded by the trade deadline is actually going to be Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. Like, I could see it getting to the point where it gets to be like near the trade deadline and the Washington Wizards are just not winning games, and Bradley Beal's like, yo, I'm in my prime. I'm not signed that extension. You guys are years away from competing. So as a result, man, like, trade me to a team that I can actually go and contend. Man, yo, how can I skip these damn player introductions, bro? I want to play some basketball out here, guys. So yeah, the first team I have that would be a really good fit for Bradley Beal would actually be the Denver Nuggets. Oh my god, look at my hairline, bro. Just because I feel like he gets them to like another level offensively. And it would really allow Jamal Murray to be like the third option. Now, as far as like a trade to get it done, that would be kind of difficult. Probably have to give up some draft picks to do so. Maybe like Jeremy Grant, Paul Millsap, you know, guys like that, man. Because you wouldn't trade Jamal Murray, and you also would not trade Nikola Jokic, because that just would not work out, man. Okay, we are in this game here. Here we go, man. Here we go. We're just going to play. It's our first game of the season. We got Christian Wood out here. And we're going to tackle this basket, actually, man. Give me all the way, baby. There we go. I like that finish. So, yeah, Denver Nuggets. I think it helps him with the next level. Also, the Miami Heat. Now, for that to happen, the Washington Wizards would probably also want to trade John Wall alongside him, which I do think that the Miami Heat would be open to. Because, like, short-term of things, you have Jimmy Butler, you have Bradley Beal. That, in the Eastern Conference, is enough to do some dirt. What is that defense, man? Is enough to do some dirty things out there, bro. Like, that's like a 5th seed if you ask me. Potentially higher. Like, if everything came together nicely, that could be a potentially higher seeded team. But, yo, I'm going to go out this run. Here we go. Yo, hit me. Yo, what was that? Screen drum, and there we go. I'll take that East 2. I'm playing on, like, Superstar or All-Star or something like that, man. Just because I don't want to be too difficult because, you know, I'm trying to talk to you guys, too, and everything. And for the third team, you know, this one is kind of, like, probably not going to happen, but maybe the Boston Celtics. Maybe they would just want, like, more of a sure thing out there to the extent where it's like, okay, Jalen Brown, that's somebody we'll give up, man. He's a bit younger than Bradley Beal, so like that would be a nice rebuilding piece for the Boston Celtics. And Bradley Beal just comes on the I'm sorry, he would be a nice rebuilding team for the Washington Wizards, and then Bradley Beal would go to the Boston Celtics, have a chance to contend. Now, they could even go as far as like finessing like Thomas Bryant in that trade. That would be absolutely fantastic, but really, man, it would just be, are we playing point guard? Ooh, we got Luke Kennard in the game. Here we go. And we got myself, of course. Yo, send me a quick, that's not going to work. Here we go, all the way. Oh, man, that was bad. Oh, my, okay, wrong guy. I just naturally passed to Luke Kennard. So, yeah, Boston Celtics for Bradley Beal. Next player. I think this one's pretty easy. That's Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul. Yo, go all the way. Oh, pfft. Well, I don't know why you're playing center, Marquise Morris. But no, Chris Paul, the OKC Thunder, like the beginning of their season is going to be so interesting because they're either going to be like maybe somewhat decently good, and that's just kind of it, and they just kind of roll with that for the whole season, and they, you know, they got Gallinari out there, and they got all these draft picks, so they might just be good to go. Or Chris Paul is just like, yo, screw this, man. I don't want to play for OKC. I want to play for a team that can win a championship. So, 3 teams. I think, once again, the easiest one would probably have to be, you know, like, dunking you real quick. There we go. Hey, get to that free throw line. Miami Heat, once again, there's been talks about that already. Now, I've heard it both ways. I've heard there's, like, no chance that happens. And then I've heard that there's a huge chance that it happens. I don't know who to believe, man. Salary-wise, they could definitely make it work. And while I don't think Jimmy Butler and Chris Paul is nearly as good as Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal, it is just like another player to put alongside Jimmy Butler that is, you know, a veteran, professional, and it just makes the team a little bit more interesting. You know, still not going to win a championship with that, but it just makes them interesting in the time being. And I do think that the Miami Heat could probably get him for pretty cheap. Another team, I could see this being more like okay, if things aren't going well by the trade deadline, maybe they make a move here. And that's actually the Los Angeles Lakers. Right now, the point guard of the Lakers is Rajon Rondo. There is talks of, let me hit, here we go. Hey, there we go. Yo, shoot it, Luke. Come on, Luke. I'm not shooting that. There's like talks of like LeBron James playing some point guard, but that probably, what is that bitch ass finish there, man? But that probably won't be like a long-term thing. I just don't see that being like a long-term solution, or just I don't really see like LeBron wanting to do that for long-term. We're gonna ask it, by the way, man. That's being the Pistons though, right? We gotta rebuild this team up. So I could see them going like, okay, like let's get Chris Paul, hopefully for something on the cheaper side. What is this lineup though, man? It's really pissing me off. Oh my god, they got all these guys playing the wrong positions. It's just cringe as hell. Here we go, fading left side. Oh, step back. Let's get him. Green line every time, baby. Okay. So yeah, Chris Paul teaming up with LeBron James and also Anthony Davis, which I actually wanted Chris Paul once upon a time to go to the Pelicans when AD was there. I thought he would have been a big-time difference maker, but of course he's a bit older. But, it'd be such a low-pressure situation where it's like, okay, we literally need you to come on this team and be like the third or fourth option and just get other players involved, and that'll be good to go. I honestly think Chris Paul to the Lakers is like championship game-changing type of move. I really do think that, man, and I know you might think I'm crazy because of that, but I just think he wasn't a great fit alongside James Harden. And I think if he's playing with his buddy over there with LeBron, it'd be a good thing. So I'm kind of all for that. And then this one just kind of was one that I thought of last second. And that was actually the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's just because I'm not really a big Eric Bledsoe fan. Like maybe Eric Bledsoe just like management. I know they gave him like a recent extension. So he's probably there for a pretty damn long time. He better not make that. Okay, he didn't, man. We are down 50-35, but it's okay. It's our first game of the season, right? Y'all got to get me out there with the starters so we can actually get off to a good start. Not playing with damn Markieff Morris as center and Christian Wood. So, yeah. But no, I did like the idea of just like Chris Paul playing with Giannis and Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez, and maybe Chris Paul can kind of like reshape his career kind of like Brook Lopez did when he went to the team, man, where it's like, okay, he settled for more of a limited role, and that was fine. Third player I have is going to be Kevin Love. So Kevin Love currently on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Did not really play. What y'all saying over here, man? Yeah, look, coach is yelling at me. He's mad at me because I have more hair than him, but not for very long. Not the rate this is going. But no, the thing about Kevin Love is just that he didn't really play a lot last season. To me, Kevin Love is still like the pristine third option. I don't really see him as a second option on a championship team, but definitely could be a third option on a championship team without a doubt in my mind. So 3 teams. Number 1 is one that I feel like we've heard about quite a bit, and that is actually the Portland Trail Blazers. And, I would even go as far as doing some sort, because it's going to have to be something that's like enticing to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And like, if Hassan Whiteside's like playing good and stuff. Yo, come on, man. Go up. Come on, Markieff. Okay, well, just what is this, man? My team sucks. My team sucks so much, man. We got about to trade y'all, bro. Oh my god, count that baby and a foul. But no, like, I would do a trade as far as Nazir Little, maybe even Nurkic if Hassan's playing that well. Now, if he's not playing well, I would do Hassan Whiteside instead. And then all of a sudden, it's like, the Cleveland Cavaliers get a nice young wing player in Nazir Little. They get Nurkic, who, does have a snapped up leg, but could come back and be something for the team at least, and gives them a good young option. And then the Portland Trail Blazers, they have more of a like sure thing, and Kevin Love to be like their third option of the team. So go all the way, Drummond. Come on, man. Don't do that bitch ass post up shit, man. There we go. Give me that assist. I'll take that. Another player or another team, I would probably have to say the Houston Rockets. And I don't even know if they really have the trade assets to do so. Like, I really don't know if they would, man. Because you wouldn't really want to give up PJ Tucker. They don't really have, like, the most youngest players out there to trade away. Like, Daniel House would be interesting. Maybe, like, Eric Gordon. But then again, do, like, the Cleveland Cavaliers really want that all that much? Because then you would go with, you would probably go with Kevin Love at the 4 spot. PJ Tucker at the 3. Which you probably see him more as, like, a power forward in this era of basketball anyway. But I still think PJ Tucker, like, play the 3 just fine out there. But no, it'd just be, like, another, like, championship type move. Yeah, let me sauce up. Is that who is that number? Who's number 3? Let me sauce you up real quick. Give me that. There we go. Good take. Gotta start taking over, man. Why are you guys running me at point guard? Like, let me run off screens. I got that KrispyFlakes quickness. And then my third and final team for Kevin Love Ooh, there we go. Good block. Would have to be the Dallas Mavericks. And that's just assuming that the Mavericks want to go the direction of running Kristaps Porzingis at center, because then, you know, you really got some good spacing out there for Luka Doncic. Once again, not really a team that has too much to give up trade-wise. It would be, once again, like within the realm of draft picks probably. But no, you're looking at Kevin Love, Kristaps Porzingis, and Luka Doncic. And to me, that's like a really good solid three right there. I mean, that's a playoff team. That really is a playoff team. Because I feel like the Dallas Mavericks, they're like one of those like fringe... Yo, moving screen! That's not me! How's that not me? A bitch ass got in my way and fucking started swinging fist! And I said, why? Was that flagrant? Bro, coach, you better take me out of this team, man, because KrispyFlakes is about to go in the stands. It's about to be the Palace Brawl, but the Pacers plays this time. Oh my god. Mary had a bitch ass lamb. Are you serious? Whatever. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. Okay. Yo, get me out here. Get me out here. Okay. Yo, I got plays for a second, man. Get that shit out of here, man. Yo, I'm going to finish up this game, and then we're going to do my next two players for the second game there, man. Like I said, this is going to be like a podcast of a mix of me talking basketball and me just playing 2K. So, like I said, it's a very chill time. Yo, shoot that, Seiko. Shoot that, Seiko. I got that pick. I got your pick. Got your pick. Oh. You going to let me post a Miles Turner? Oh, my God. Why is my... Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Wide open, man. That's got to be good. Here we go. Nice. I like it. Now let's start talking about some more players here, guys. Steven Adams. Steven Adams. Now, by the time you're watching this, he might have actually already been traded. Probably not, though. But I mean, the OKC Thunder are talking about it. I have two teams that I think, because, like, I was trying to think about teams that could really use Steven Adams, and he's got, like, 2 years, like, $50 million on his deal. Which isn't great, man, because, like, the 2021 NBA offseason is supposed to be... No, I guess it would be... The money would be freed up by then. So, yo, let's run this, guys. Let's run this. Here we go. Let's yam on him, man. Let's yam on him. Or just do a layup. The one team I've talked about before is the Boston Celtics. Like, they need a center. I love Enes Kanter, guys. He's a good center. He's a fantastic backup center. Like, he would be the best backup center outside of Montrezl Harrell in the entire league. Now, from a starting standpoint, he's a liability. He doesn't have defense. Like, it's bad. Like, I was watching footage, and Taco Fall, as great as he is, man, was out there balling on him, man. So, like, yo, shoot that. Come on, man. Right? Come on, fine, shoot. I'm getting my assist. Oh, my God, dude. How you not going to give me my assist like that? But so, like, the Boston Celtics, it would just give them, like, that rugged tugged center in the middle. Enes Kanter would get to go to the bench. Becomes a huge asset for that team off the bench like that. And I feel like the team kind of wants to trade Jalen Brown anyway, so that's type of deal you could probably find for it. And it's like you already have Marcus Smart out there. Or, I don't know, man. I feel like that's not bad. So you're looking at a lineup of Kemba, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and then you would probably be allowed to run Steven Adams at center, or you would be allowed to run Jason at the 4 spot or Gordon Hayward because you have Steven Adams now at center. Now I feel like Tatum or Gordon Hayward playing that power forward spot with Enes Kanter out there, it's a little on the scary side. It definitely is a little on the scary side. Yo, what's we got, man? 13 points, 1 assist that game. All right, guys, we are at practice. Is that Mitch McGary right there? Didn't you get, like, suspended for, like, smoking weirds? That looked just like Mitch McGary, man. From Michigan. You guys remember him? I don't really know. But no, who do we leave off on, guys? That's probably how I, like, end these videos. I'll do, like, one My Team game, and then I'll just, like, do some shoot-arounds and stuff like that. And we'll just talk ball. You know what I'm saying, man? So, yeah, Steven Adams. I said Boston Celtics would be a nice fit, which probably gets them out of the Eastern Conference, at least to the Eastern Conference Finals, I would say. And then really, I could not think of like a second team that was like, oh my God, this team absolutely needs Steven Adams. But I was like, maybe the San Antonio, yo, coach, what you want? Maybe the San Antonio Spurs be a little intriguing. If you were able to get him without trading away like DeMar DeRozan and Marcus Aldridge, just because like La and Adams, that's a very traditional style of front court. But I mean, you might as well, right? Like, who knows? Like, maybe it just works out really nicely and the defense is great. And look at everybody out here, man. We're just giving each other high fives and we're just so happy out there, man. Yeah, I want to skip the scheduled drill. I just want to shoot around some more. Did I get points for that? Okay. I got 0 points for that. That's fantastic, man. All right, let me get back to my shooting. I got to work on this jump shot. Okay, I guess I'm just going to stand here and look cool with the ball. Yo, what's up, Luke? What's up, Luke? I'm going to shoot. Yo, Kobe. I mean, Grant Hill, whatever. Alrighty, man. Final player we're going to talk about here. for 5 NBA players that need to get traded. Then I'll recap real quick just in case, TLDR. Jalen Brown, like that's another guy we just kind of talked about a little while ago that could be used in a type of like Steven Adams trade, which would be nice, if he like went to the OKC Thunder, just because all of a sudden you got like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brown like that, and plus you got all those draft picks. That's not a bad start to a rebuild. You would of course trade like Chris Paul and Gallinari, because I mean you like, or would you, if you got like just like a basic center, which insert basic center in here. Where is Nerlens Noel still on the team? He can still play, right? Like Nerlens Noel, so like a player like that. Then you're looking at Chris Paul, Alexander, Jalen Brown, Gallinari, and like a Nerlens Noel or somebody like that. And that's actually not too bad, man. I actually kind of like that team. I think that would be a very like slept on under the radar team. I'm finding it's a lot. You guys shoot with square or the analog stick? I always shoot with square, but I feel like the analog stick is probably the move this year, guys. I feel like I make more when I actually shoot with that. So yeah. And so we said the OKC Thunder. Another team would be the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's just because I feel like they could put together like a nice trade package to do so. It wouldn't be Wiggins. I don't think the Boston Celtics would really want Wiggins on their squad. It just doesn't really make much sense. But like a Robert Covington, because then what you would be doing is you'd be running, Jason Tatum back at his natural 3 spot, Covington at the 4, which he's great there. Would help the team defensively, especially having Enes Kanter at the center spot. You probably go back to Gordon Hayward off the bench, which I'm sure he's probably not all for that. But I mean, it's like this would definitely be like a trade deadline move. Like this is a move where it's just kind of like, okay, well maybe Gordon Hayward's not who he once was, and he's just better as a 6-man now. And of course you got Marcus Smart out there. So having Marcus Smart with Robert Covington, perimeter defense on that team would be off the charts. So yeah, they would have their weaknesses, like Kemba Walker, not like the most amazing defender. Jason Tatum, the verdict's still out on him, I would say, and then Enes Kanter, kind of weak there, but. No. And then finally, I was talking about Jalen Brown, right? Yeah, because you would have Robert Covington. The final team I would see, like, would be nice for Jalen Brown. Once again, another team that would probably have to give up some of its young assets to do so would be like the Memphis Grizzlies. And that's just like allowing, because that's been the biggest issue with Jalen Brown so far, is that we don't like exactly know who he is. It's like he's had really good moments where it's like, okay, this guy is a future all-star. Like, he's going to make some all-star teams. And then there's times where it's like, okay, he's just a really good shooting guard. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then there's other times where he's like, hey, I want a $170 million contract extension. Which, he's definitely not that in my opinion. So if he goes to the Memphis Grizzlies, he gets to go on a team that has, like, some money to work with. I feel like they don't really have any, like, bitch-ass contracts like Jonas Valanciunas. I feel like his contract's, like, fine. And John Morant, Jaren Jackson, those guys are both on rookie deals. So that would work out nicely, and it's like, okay, once again, John Morant, Jaren Jackson, and Jalen Brown is not a bad team to work with. Like, that's not a bad start to a rebuild either. But then again, it's like, what? Cause I feel like their draft pick would probably be pretty valuable. Cause I don't think they're gonna be like a playoff team next year. Even if they got Jalen Brown, they would not be a playoff team. So I feel like the Boston Celtics would kind of be into it just for that reason. Where it'd be like, an Andre Iguodala. Maybe you even go as far as trading Jonas Valanciunas. And that would actually be enough, and that gets the Boston Celtics the center they really need to compete out there, because he was like a 20-13 guy. Now, maybe the Memphis Grizzlies are interested in keeping him, but he's older than Jalen Brown, so it's like, you might want to go for the younger player that, because, Jonas ain't exactly make that team play like a freaking championship team or nothing like that, man. So it might be like an asset worth giving up just to get a younger, potentially all-star shooting guard in the league. How long is this video, man? I'm kind of curious how these, okay, so probably about, how long is a podcast? Is a podcast like anywhere from like 10 minutes to like an hour? It feels kind of weird calling it a podcast if it's not that long a video. But no, man, that's the 5 players we're gonna be talking about for this. I guess let me know in the comment section below. Who are some other players you guys think could definitely get traded? Like I said, I got Bradley Beal. I said that could be the Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, Chris Paul, Miami Heat, LA Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks, Kevin Love, Portland Trail Blazers, Houston Rockets, Dallas Mavericks, Steven Adams, Boston Celtics, San Antonio Spurs, Jalen Brown, T-Wolves, OKC Thunder, Memphis Grizzlies. And these are just my opinion, guys. Like I said, I could be completely wrong about that. Maybe I said one of these players to your favorite team. We're like, yo, we don't want Steven Adams on San Antonio Spurs. Like, keep him away from us. We don't want his contract. Or maybe we're all for it. Or maybe there's a team I just didn't say. But those just appear to be a lot of the guys that I hear as of late in trade rumors. And as the season goes on, we're definitely going to do more podcasts talking about different players and different trades out there. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be like the theme of this series is, as I do these podcasts, I'm just going to like chill and do my career like this, because I felt like this was a lot more like low pressure than trying to do a Play Now online game. I'm still going to call it the Play Now Podcast, just because that is a cool name. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Kind of a smaller, shorter version of it. And I think my next one, I could actually ask you guys some questions to do like a Q&A and stuff. So I think my next one, I will definitely cover those Q&A questions. I probably could have done it this one, but kind of forgot to prepare for that. So my apologies there. But no, man, if you like these podcasts, it means a lot if you guys drop a like. Like I said, they don't really get a ton of views. I mainly do it so for the people that just want to hear me chilly talk about some basketball. For the longest time for me to like talk about basketball, I would do like article videos and stuff like that. Not really into doing those anymore. I just want to talk basketball and give you guys my own opinion instead of reading somebody else's opinion. So yeah, man, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.